Hi guys, welcome back to the Cook's Pantry. Now, I feel like I've got the easiest cheesecake in the world, and I'm gonna bust it up for you right now. It is so simple. It's a good old cold set cheesecake using, as you can see, very few ingredients. And these are the ones that I love. It's an incredibly simple recipe. Reason being, I can tell you exactly what the ingredients are and the quantity. So you've got 250 grams of the ginger biscuits, 250 of the mascarpone, 250 of the cream cheese, 125 butter, and one whole packet of condensed milk. It is dead simple and absolutely delicious. So I'm gonna kick it off. Biscuits into a food processor and half that amount of melted butter. So I've just got that in a little saucepan here. In we go. Just a little pinch of salt. I always love that in the biscuit base where you get that little saltiness that kind of, it just balances everything out against the sweetness and the creaminess of the cheesecake itself. So lock them in. How's that looking? Yeah, beautiful. Nice texture to it. It's not ground up into a powder. It's still got some nice little biscuity chunks in there. So that's really all there is to it, to the first part. So I think with this cheesecake, 3 crucial elements, obviously the biscuit base, the filling, and then the beautiful passion fruit that will drape over the top right at the end. So this will go into your prepared tin. Just got a little bit of baking paper on the bottom. So you can see the texture that we've got in there, and we're just gonna press that down, find, you can give it a bit of a shake to help you find that level. And I feel that for this recipe, this size tin, you're gonna have that beautiful ratio of the biscuit base to your filling. And that's gonna set up beautifully. You can feel, just when you've got that little bit of butter on your fingertips, you know you've got enough in there that's gonna set it, so it'll be really nice and firm. So we'll let that set in the fridge for a couple of minutes. By the time we get back to it, make the filling, this will have set up firm enough. Load the second layer on top, back into the fridge. All right, now on to the next and still incredibly simple step of this cheesecake. So we've got equal quantities of the mascarpone cream and the cream cheese. So load these in, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna start to whip that with a paddle to get it really nice and smooth. And then we'll go in with the condensed milk, a little bit of lemon zest, a little bit of lemon juice, and that's all she wrote. I can't believe how simple this is. So, paddle on, lock that down. So just put that on just a low speed, and we just want to whip that together until it's really nice and smooth. Get any of the lumps out of the cream cheese, because you don't want them in your mix. You want it to be really silky and smooth. Crank that up a little bit, and you can hear it. You're starting to whip a little bit of air into it, which is good. Really nice and smooth. Just gonna clock that one off. Now, in with the condensed milk. So this is our sweetness. This is where, we sort of get that classic cheesecake flavor happening. Condensed milk, yes, believe it or not, it's not in a tin. Now, we all hate to see the condensed milk go to waste. We've all got fond memories of growing up, and I was certainly one to run the gauntlet and run your finger around the edge of the can to get every last drop out. Now with these little numbers, no waste. I think that's some good Aussie innovation right there. Look at that. 1 whole packet in this recipe. Get every last drop. All right. Paddle back down. And we're just gonna start slow because you've got another liquid in there, so take it easy and just incorporate that through. Give that just a scrape down the sides. Believe it or not, we're actually getting towards the end of this recipe. That's how simple it is. Mix all that through. And now, a little bit of lemon zest. So zest of 1 lemon, juice of 1 lemon. Just, a classic lemon cheesecake. It's gotta have that bite. It's gotta have that acidity to it. Right. So the biscuit base has had a couple of minutes in the fridge. That's all it takes to put together our mixture. And it's definitely started to set. There's enough butter in there to make sure that it stays nice and firm. It is gonna go back into the fridge to set this part as well. So don't be too stressed about it. It's not gonna leak through, it's not gonna come through the bottom of your tin. You are well and truly sorted with that biscuit base. Spatula, scrape all the sides of your bowl. Make sure you've got it all incorporated over the top. And just let that find its own level. And then we'll just give it a little, I'm gonna use a concreting term because my dad was a concreter, screed. So when you're doing a driveway, very similar to making a cheesecake, just leveling it out over the top to make sure that you've got a nice even surface. And then we'll set that again in the fridge. Give it a couple of hours. It should be just set, almost like a panna cotta. So it's just supporting its own weight. That's the kind of texture that I'm going for this cracker of a cheesecake. Our cheesecake has been sitting in the fridge for a few hours now, and I feel like we are definitely in the safety zone. It's well and truly set. I've just got some beautiful fresh passion fruits and taken the pulp out of those. A couple of mint leaves over here, because you've always got to have your greens. And then I'm just going to slowly release that out, and we are in the clear. How's that ratio of cheesecake to biscuit base? That's how I like to roll. I'm really, really happy with that. And like I said, the texture that you're after, you want it to be kind of like a panna cotta where it's just supporting its own weight. That's where you want to be. Look at the strength of that biscuit base. Just gonna slide that onto our plate here. Bring this up here, and I'm just gonna dress that with all the passion fruit pulp. Just drape that over the top, let it find its own level, and then just a couple of little mint leaves over the top here. Passion fruit, mint, lemon, classic combination. If you've never made a cheesecake before, but you're a big fan of it and you don't know where to start, right here, that's where you kick off.